die empty. What are you holding on to when you die? The AI and the infrastructure behind that sued Shorty for her music.
Yo.
Because they just got to it first, but everything is a remix. There's this idea that nothing was original. You know, remember that the love that you feel in this city, as Tucson, you know what I mean, is something that is getting extracted if you're not careful.
Hi, everyone. Today's the day. Today is the day. The first official episode of El Tucsonan is here, and it's ready for your consumption. On this one, we had REY. Good old REY. He's a local artist here, organizer. Is more known for his rap music, but he's a musician more than anything. And an entrepreneur, just a good head on his shoulders, just a really good and chill guy. The conversation was great. A little short due to some technical difficulties, but I hope you enjoyed either way. And yeah, please like, subscribe, comment. Hope you enjoy the conversation with REY. We'll jump into it now.
Yo, I've been looking at those.
Oh, these?
Looking at the high key because I be having fun with
What's up?
with like trying to do like little streams right there at the
Oh,
house
dude,
and shit.
yeah, this?
What I forget what the Steam Deck.
Steam Deck,
Not
yeah.
Yup,
Bro,
there
yeah,
we go.
no, it's fantastic, bro. Like, cause like cause I'm using OBS to record all this,
Yeah.
and then I realized like I can't be on the computer switching fucking camera angles. I need something discreet.
No, real shit. The little buttons real quick.
Yeah, real quick, and like I can just simply do it, and like we switch between each other and shit.
No,
So
I can fuck with it.
It's fantastic.
It's convenient as fuck.
It's so convenient,
High
bro.
key, like doing the post editing because you record it all on OBS,
All of it on OBS right now.
right?
Yeah.
But normally you're editing, you kind of live editing while you're on OBS.
Yeah, exactly.
Switching, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm live switching the camera angles to like so that I don't have to do it in post.
Yeah, no, facts.
There's pros and cons to it.
Yeah, because you can't go back and
exactly
get a different angle if you really want. I feel that.
So I have to do it. So it's something to do live, which is why Nina would be like really taking that over.
all in time, bro. All in time, bro.
Yeah, taking that over so she can really like do that, and I can focus on the conversation and everything. But you know, it's
all in time, dog.
It's
It's still
it's
fun
all
as
a
hell to
thing.
work with, dog.
100%.
I hooked my, I have like two high eight cameras. One of them ended up fucking up on me. Like the tape doesn't work no more.
Oh shit.
So I'm using that as like because it can't record no more, I can still use it as like a camera.
Yeah, for sure.
So like a lens,
yeah,
so it still
100%.
captures. So I have it hooked up as like a camera on OBS.
What kind of camera is this?
It's like an old high eight camera, like with the
Oh.
cassettes and shit, with like the
Are you
tapes.
serious?
Yeah, old
And you
faithful.
can connect that?
Yeah, dog.
That's
It's like you know, they got the
sick.
adapters like to the RCA to the USB.
Oh, okay.
Real simple, but
Damn.
it's fire.
That's sick, bro.
No, it's a good little vibe. That I got a little fisheye, a little big ass the bubble lens. You know
put
what I
it
mean?
on it?
Yes, sir.
That's sick.
No, it's fun. It looks
That's sick.
aesthetic as hell.
Hell yeah.
It looks very aesthetic. It's tight.
Let's go. Well, REY, thank you for being here, brother.
Thank you for having me.
If you would like to introduce yourself to Tucson real quick and just like say something quick to like summarize yourself, I guess, to a quick point.
Yeah.
And then we'll just jump in, bro. Like, I mean, we already did it, but
No, I feel
just
you.
to
Yeah.
give yourself a little quick introduction to Tucson.
How you go? What's good, everybody? My name's REY. Polymath. Straight up, just multifaceted. Fucking.
Yeah.
I'm a creative. I've organized a lot in the past years. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we're out here just having fun with shit, trying to inspire and just change shit for the better.
That's awesome, bro. Hell yeah. No,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure. You've been doing what? I've known you as a rapper for at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
it's been a fucking minute. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. How long have you been using REY as the namesake? And how long have you been doing the rap game, bro? Like, and how is it being a rapper in a local scene like Tucson?
Interesting. Man, the context around rapper is such like an interesting thing for real. I love writing. I love writing for real. Like, I would say 2016, 2017 was the first time I actually used REY as like an artist name. You know, it's my middle name, so it's just it was natural. The shouts out Q, shouts out my brother DJ Q, man. He was like I remember cooking with bro early on, and like I was still figuring out not only like my equipment, you know, how to engineer,
right,
my styles and all that stuff, and yeah, eventually hit a point to where like needed to put some shit out. Me and bro worked on something we're really proud of, and we're like, let's drop it. And I was like, just use my middle name, and then it kind of just stuck. It really just stuck for real.
It wasn't the first thing you dropped wasn't Fell and Fall, was it?
Nah, that was like right the year before. It was called OMN. Believe it was OMN. It was the open mic night.
It sounds a little familiar.
Yeah, random ass, deep ass SoundCloud cut. Dog, Q was working on this Synthi. Do you remember Synthi?
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We were working on Synthi.
Yeah.
It was like 2016, and they tapped in with me and a couple other heads in town just to get some verses. And I sent one back and got them to do like a introduction style thing. It was mad interactive, like with them.
Yeah, for sure.
My apologies about that.
Good. No, you reminded me.
It was a sick moment, just in the sense of like us getting the opportunity just to refine something.
Mm-hmm.
Me and them have sat down for like a few different sessions. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Had the little studio set up in the bedroom. You know what I mean? In the closet, it had like blankets set up and shit. I was using like Mixcraft early on, and I remember I could only put like 3 effects on a vocal. That was like the max. You know what I mean? Because it was like a demo version.
Yeah.
And was recording with that shit for a minute with Q, and then eventually got to the point to where shouts out one of my mentors, Levi Polytegi, my brother, put me on. He went up to CRAS up in Phoenix, you know what I mean? Got laced up with Waves and Pro Tools and all the good shit. Came back down and laced me up. I bought a nice little Mac. Yeah, dude, I had no idea what I was diving into.
No,
but it was fun.
Pro Tools is crazy.
Dog, unlocked everything for me, because from there I realized how much I love just like arrangement. You know what I mean? Sitting down with a song with the idea and actually flushing it out, and like creating moments. I think that was one thing that Pro Tools and like plugins and like the back end of all the, other than just the writing was fun. Mm-hmm. I felt like the writing portion of it was definitely, I had went through so much in my upbringing. I needed outlet. You know what I mean? And I had multiple, but when I attached myself to writing and hip hop, it was just something that like
it's connected.
Yeah, it just made me feel good.
It just connected.
It just connected everything for real.
Yeah, man, that makes a lot of sense. Now you're describing how your whole approach to the fact that you like the arrangement, you like the whole thing, because I can hear it in your newest projects. So I was like listening to all the projects you released this year at the very least, and I could tell it's like there's a lot of production here. Like you're not just a rapper. You're like taking into consideration the whole experience of the whole song, bro, and that's really cool.
No, I appreciate really that.
Cool.
Honestly, definitely like all the different hats you put on, you don't even recognize you're putting them on. I realize I just like to facilitate. So if I could facilitate a moment, even if it means me taking a back seat, I don't care if it's like sitting down with the instrumentalist to carve out a moment in the song, or whether I'm working the door at an event that I help curate. You know what I mean, with the homies and shit. Like
for sure.
any part of it has always been beautiful, and music was just one of those mediums for real. So that's sick for you to notice, though, in the sense of, like, especially the recent music. Shouts out Round One. Shouts out my boy Leo. Shouts out Q. Shouts out all the homies and shit.
Yeah, I was taking a look at the most recent one, the one I think some songs you didn't think you would release or something. That
EP. It's crazy one. That one's mad intimate. It's very intimate.
Yeah, that's
dude.
what felt mad intimate, bro. The first song I think was RUFF, I believe it was called.
Yeah, RUFF. Beautiful song. Shouts out Caso. Shouts out Mude. Shouts out the homies.
Hell yeah,
had Mude, Isa on guitar, had Caso on the keys, and she was doing mad back vocals. Came out beautiful. Honestly, that song made me nervous when it got done. I was like, yo, it felt so.
It's a good one, bro.
I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that a lot. I chopped up some Smokey on that one. Shouts out Smokey Robinson.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, that's so sick, man. So you've explained your story specifically. How is it being a rapper here in Tucson for you? Like, what's it feel like?
It's an interesting thing, man. I say if you're caught up when you first hop into like any medium or anything, you start looking at your inspirations, right? Like that's how it goes. Like,
huge.
You gotta learn the fundamentals. You pick up a horn, you pick up some keys or something like that. You're gonna learn how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb before you learn how to orchestrate and arrange and create your own thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So, or you're mimicking whoever you look up to.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of people get caught up, and fuck a lot of people. Me, I remember being younger, growing up. I watched a lot of things that I thought I wanted. You know what I mean?
Right.
Through music.
Sure.
When I came to find out, like, I just loved creating, you know? And I think being in a smaller town or a smaller city like Tucson, there's a lot of blur there, you know? Like, there's a lot of infrastructure that got built here that emulated bigger cities where it made sense. But out here, it was just exploitation. You tend to find there's like a lot of low level hustlers. There's a lot of low level hustling. Period. I don't give a fuck if you're tattooing, if you're doing a painting work, muralist work, if you're rapping, if you're a part of a band. You know what I mean? Like you gotta learn the ins and outs of the whole thing around it. You know what I mean? I remember first hopping out to venues and you're talking to them. They're gonna tell you about one way you can make money with them, right? You know what I mean? But then there's actually like 5 different ways you can make some paper, right? Straight up. So if you're working on music out here, you know what I mean? Like you got your merch table, you got ticket sales, right? You also got bar sales. If you're bringing enough people and you're bringing actual revenue to that place, you know what I mean? You can negotiate those things, but you don't know about none of that shit until you're actually in the ins and outs of it. And then it gets sad though too, because at the same time you start learning the real infrastructure. Like during the summertime, a lot of we're a college town, we're a college city, right? During the summertime, there's not a lot of people here. You know, so they might look at the value of you bringing bar sales during the summertime like more than if it's during grad week. You know what I mean? Something like that. So it gets real. It gets real interesting. Yeah, it's just a lot of factors you don't learn about until you're in it. You know, and you learn, and then you got to ask yourself what you want. You know what I mean? That's part of the thing that does kind of suck with everything. Is like, not suck. It's you know, you engage with it like you don't really learn your boundaries until they get crossed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Until you get worked for something, or until something
you're in it, you're like, oh damn, I didn't know that was.
Or I didn't like that. Or I did like that. I like the way this is how good business goes. This is how people try to work you. Okay, cool. 100%. And a lot of people, I feel like I've watched a lot of people I've even looked up to burn out because they get bitter, you know? Like I've been approached with bad business, and rather than people will be very quick to be like, well, man, fuck you.
Yeah, get all
talk shit about it. They'll go to 10 other, whatever. And it's a small city.
Right.
So you could burn bridges really quick. And I've seen a lot of people do that as opposed to like, it's been a blessing to have, you know, good people around me and good, like, and actual like trust and love around me to the point where I could like see bad business and I could just be like, I appreciate what you're bringing to me, but I'm okay. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you if anything changes though. Right. And then, you know, you probably won't.
That politicking.
And politics. And I think that's part of it too, that, you know, fuck politics, bro. Like I love music because I love music. I love the way it'll make somebody feel or like provoke a feeling, inspire, 100%. Whatever it is. But outside of the art in any medium you're working in, there's those little politics, you know.
For sure. How was it for you navigating like the pandemic when it happened?
Interesting. Got time, I think, to, you know, I was in between jobs around that point.
Oh yeah.
Straight up. So I was like, I had the opportunity to really sit back and try to build something. You know what I mean? Everybody was getting the little stimuluses and stuff like that. So I was able to sit down with my brother Q, and we kind of we had it in our minds and in our hearts right before the pandemic to invest our time into 1202. You know, this multimedia conglomerate styled like company.
I was gonna ask you about that. Like, what is 1202? Like what exactly is it? Because
it's so many things, dog. On the basic level, like it's really just a bunch of homies inspiring each other. You know what I mean? And we all funneled through this space, which was my great grandparents' house. Right. Straight up. So, and that's what the brand was named after. You know what I mean? It's the house.
Is that the house where you had the studio in the back?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. I'm you know, going for the I'm actually in the process of trying to close on the crib. I'm trying to buy it.
Oh yeah, you're trying to keep
right
it
now. Yes, sir.
God. Oh yeah, I heard about you're not a man.
No, gracias, I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, no, it's been a long year, man. It's been a very long year, but
it's been intense.
But truly blessed though, man. I'm just, you know, grateful. I had like so much time with her. She taught me a lot. Yeah. You know, she taught me an awful lot for real. So
I know that for sure.
Yeah, she shared a lot of stories with a lot of people, and I think that's, you know what I mean. She was a heavy piece in what was a part of 1202. Yeah. You know, it ended up being a refuge for a lot of people. I didn't even notice until years down the road where like people just felt like home there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
whether it was through her cooking, her stories, or like through us being able to create together. The love that she instilled in me to be able to hold with people.
Yeah, it was a community space, bro. Like
and it was so crazy because it's the family's house, and, you know, and there's a lot of paranoia there too. At the same time, you know, we grew up the way we grew up, dog. Like you got paranoia, like certain people around. Like, do you trust these people you're bringing in and out? You know what I mean? This and that. And I had to really navigate a lot of that. But it was beautiful though to really, you know, discern all that and just create some beautiful moments, because I think that's what the house really provided.
When did you guys start 1202? Because
it was technically established back in like 2016, around the time we're doing a lot of the Ojala work for real.
Wait, around the same time as Ojala?
Around the same time as Ojala, me and Q and a lot of the homies, shouts out Pat, You know what I mean? Shouts out a lot of the homies who were pulling up and just making music there. I had just invested in like my own studio space. So around 2016, my brother Levi, he had just gotten back from Phoenix.
Okay.
Told me he had all these resources and I could use them, but I had to invest in like, of course, in my own shit, of course. Right. So I was like, fuck it, let's run it up. I had my little rinky dink set up, but I'm like, if I really care about this thing, I gotta put a little something into it. So that's what I did. I decided to invest in a nice little setup. And then from there, it ended up being a place for people to just come. Motherfuckers who I knew around me who were just comfortable pulling up, right? Like, whether it's from high school. High school was really the initial thing. Pat and Q, I went to high school with.
Right.
You know, shouts out Cap. Shouts out a lot of the folks who went to Pueblo for real.
Pueblo.
Yeah, shouts out Pueblo. Shouts out shit. Fucking, the homies would pull up and we just make music.
Yeah.
And that's really where the essence of 1202 has started. You know what I mean? Especially me and Q even. 2016 was when OMN was really like, that was really like something got cemented in that room in that year.
Yeah.
And
2016, what a seminal year, brother.
Yeah, for real. And then from there, we had a real conversation about it. And like, I believe a few years went by, we had done a lot of work. And around 2019 was when we really sat down and decided to organize around it. Outside of just the space.
Yeah.
Let's step out with it. And that's kind of what a lot of, if you have been following us or do understand what's been going on with us since then, 2019 was kind of when a lot of things really kicked off for it, you know?
1202, right? Yeah, that's so cool, man. Well, in comparison, I don't know if you can compare it now, and maybe it's not right to compare it, but like, would you be able to compare like what Ojala Systems was to 1202? And
somewhat in a sense, there was a lot of there was like a moral compass, I think, in the way we operate that was in both. I will say through 1202, though, I had the opportunity to sit down with my brother and kind of like understand more of a business aspect of it.
You know what?
Going back to us navigating the venues and like, collaborations and things like that, really, really understanding the language around, working together. A lot of people love to throw the word community around, you know,
right?
And it's a difficult thing to navigate when shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
You know, how do you work through that? And I feel like 1202 was an opportunity for me and my brother to do that with everybody around us.
Yeah,
straight up. And
I can see that. That's so funny you said that. Like I give 1202 more of a like a business and like feeling. Than what Ojala did. Ojala was like this, I guess, like a movement kind of vibe.
Yeah, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it was definitely a movement.
And it was energy for sure. 1202 seems a little more methodical, I guess
definitely,
you could say. Yeah.
It definitely was. Not to say Ojala wasn't, because Ojala definitely was methodical.
For sure.
There was a lot more chaos in it though that created like that surge of that energy.
Right.
And it was beautiful to watch that come about, because it was so radical. It was such like a crazy. It was something that made the city kind of even like take a moment to like look at for a second, and that was such a beautiful time. Yeah. And like a seed that got planted in a lot of people's hearts. Yeah. And so many people's hearts, and I'm blessed that I was a part of that. You know what I mean? And like I was inspired by it, and I had contributed to it and things like that. And it was beautiful to take 1202 and like kind of just take our time with it. I think that's kind of like we reined it in a little bit more when it came to understanding where we were going to step before we took that first step.
For sure.
Because I realized like, even through a lot of like my favorite artists, like when you look back at the catalog, you can kind of like appreciate the quality over like how frequent they were visible. A lot of people have like,
for sure.
It was interesting to like just make sure we were very intentional each time we stepped into something.
Yeah.
Whether it was an event, a project, something we were collaborating with. Or hopping out.
Nice.
And I think that's one thing that I'm very proud of with 1202 is like, anytime we did it, there was so much intention behind it. No one could comment. Whether you loved it or hated it, you kind of respected what was done with it. And that was such a beautiful part of it.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful part of it.
100%. I'll agree with you on that one. Because it was, even the whole vibe, and then and even on the frequency of the drops and stuff, I think there was a lot of intention there. Even on Ojala and even 1202, like you guys are very intentional with how you guys produce and drop your projects. This episode is brought to you by me. Well, sort of, technically, maybe by you or anybody who's subscribed on my website at Tucsonan.com for exclusive content, ad-free episodes, and some more extra goodies that happen to be there. You know, this is the first ad spot. I gotta give myself some shout outs. You know what I'm saying? Mostly in the beginning. So if you want to support, go down in the description. Just click the link. Subscribe. Might have a promo. I might possibly have a promo. I most likely do have a promo. Subscribe. Check it out. Join the club. Hope you will like the rest of the episode. There's going to be another one. Another ad break. Hope you enjoy that. Because, I mean, like what? How many projects have you dropped yourself?
Dog. I have no idea. Easily like more than like 17 for sure.
At this point, right?
Yeah, and like they're sparse in the sense of where you can get them, just because, you know, we live in a crazy era when it comes to like streaming, when it comes to like all these websites, platforms, and even just real tangible format of music, you know. Yeah. So, but easily over like 17.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's so many.
Fun shit.
What is all that like? So like, since you're actually navigating all that stuff, you're dealing with that stream, with all the streaming and stuff like that. Like, what is that like for you? For like, because like do you try and drop it everywhere? Or do you only drop it on Spotify and Apple Music? Like, what do you do?
Man, for the sense of just getting it out, you know, I'm not really upset with a lot of the conversation around the art. Now with AI, it gets interesting, right? But like, in the sense of just you getting out your art, in my mind, it was always like, I just want as many people to hear it as possible, for real. Like, not even in the sense like I want a number. Like, a lot of people put out. That's why even earlier I said about calling myself like a rapper. Sure. Right is like an interesting thing, because I feel like there's immediate like things you attach to it. Sure. Like, oh, you're trying to get 1 million streams. You trying to go do this, that, and the third. Right. No, I just love creating music, and this just happens to be my format. You know what I mean? Like, shouts out hip hop. But as far as when it comes to like streaming and like different platforms, it definitely, when we come to talk about IP, it gets really weird, because now you see AI bots. Like, I was just watching this video earlier where this girl was dropping promo videos for an album she's dropping, let's say a month out, right? She drops like 3-4 promo videos. Yeah. The promo videos got like 30 seconds worth of a song. Someone takes that song, plugs it into AI, makes a whole album in like a day, you know, fucking 30 minutes. I don't fucking know however long it took them to write the prompt. Shits out the album. They upload that everywhere, copyright everything. Shorty drops her album a month out. The AI and the infrastructure behind that sues Shorty for her music. Because they just got to it first, bro. So we're living in a real crazy era. There's this wild on. I'm gonna put everybody on real quick. Have you ever seen? Shouts out my big brother Chuck. Shouts out Cease. Go check out his music. He's on SoundCloud. He's on YouTube. Let's go. Going crazy. My boy is like he's just at the house just cooking for real. Chuck, you've heard some of his music. I know it. Yeah. My boy told me about this documentary on YouTube. It's called Everything Is a Remix. There's this idea that nothing was original. You know what I mean? Going back to what I was even talking about earlier, you got to learn how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? Before you learn how to arrange your own music on the horn, or like, for sure, with your writings or whatever it is. This is crazy. And Everything Is a Remix kind of breaks down. It has these 3 parts. It talks about music at first, right? Because that's the first one we learned about remixing. Yeah. Shouts out hip hop. You got sampling. You know what I mean? Take a record, make something new out of it.
Remix. To combine or edit existing materials to produce something new. The term remix originally applied to music. It rose to prominence late last century during the heyday of hip-hop, the first popular music form to incorporate sampling from existing recordings. Early example, the Sugar Hill Gang samples the bass riff from Chic's Good Times in the 1979 hit, Rapper's Delight.
Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet.
Since then, that same bass line has been sampled dozens of times.
Good life, no stripe, real nice. And I'm a papa, my son Trey. Eu sou velho caderninho de telefone, com nome e o número de monte de mulher.
Skip ahead to the present and anybody can remix anything, music, video, photos, whatever, and distribute it globally pretty much instantly. You don't need expensive tools, you don't need a distributor, you don't even need skills. Remixing is a folk art. Anybody can do it. Yet these techniques, copying materials, transforming them, combining them, are the same ones used at any level of creation. You might even say everything is a remix.
You got movies. you got this whole idea. I know you felt it. I know a lot of people have probably felt it in Hollywood. Like everything's just like trying to pick at your nostalgia.
Recycling.
Right, recycling everything. But there's a reason for that. Like it's because people are scared, you know what I mean, to take that jump, or like, or there's a lack of innovation.
Yeah.
Innovation comes when you have multiple different things that are feeding this one idea. George Lucas was amazing at this. That's why Star Wars is so fucking sick. Is like he took components from so many different other movies. If every war movie, samurai movie, and like fucking Western, if those hadn't dropped leading up to Star Wars in the 70s, we would have never got Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like there's certain
I see what you mean.
So crazy. Indiana Jones, you know what I mean? They got the what is it? The grabbing girl and swing scene. You got the two little the low ranking bickering duo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got two people who they're just there for comedic relief. They might be pivotal to the story, but they might not be. Like there's like a lot of all these things need to contribute. Damn, AI. Okay, that's what we're getting back with this. At the end of the day, lack of innovation has us using AI as a means to just take a shortcut to getting a buck. Right. That same buck is the goal for a lot of people out here because we're living in capitalism, right? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna take you to court if I could prove that this is my thing over your thing. In this documentary, it's beautiful because bro breaks down music, movies. Second chapter, third chapter is technology, right? Last chapter is IP and like suing each other. It gets real.
Technical?
Not technical. It gets kind of corny towards the end because, bro, it's up to you. And he's not lying. It is up to us to change shit for real. But at the end of the day, like, what's crazy is like you look at Bezos and fuck Bezos, fuck bitch ass Bezos. You look at Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, the way he operated with Apple, right? Bro was on some war shit when it came to like Samsung. It came to Android and all these other technology. We get very selfless when we steal ideas, or we get very, you know what I mean, or selfish.
It's
selfish
idea.
Yeah, exactly. It's open, you know what I mean, with public domain, right? That's what they call it and shit, right? Yeah. And then, but when someone takes from you, then we get very territorial.
Right.
That was mine. That was my shit. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm gonna take you to court now. Fourth chapter, he gets to this part of litigation where there's whole companies that got built off of just they came up with an idea first. There's this one billionaire, I forget his fucking name, because he didn't create anything worth of any fucking, you know what I mean, credibility, other than the fact that on his website back in like 2003, he had a related section in his website. Like you're scrolling through his shit, I don't know, he's selling tile. Let's say he's selling tile. You got one piece of tile you're looking at, but then you got like a related section of tile that you might like because of this one.
Like that section of the website.
YouTube and Google start using this feature, right? Around like 2004 to 2007. I don't know the fucking timeline. You look it up. But
sure.
He takes them to court, sues them for millions on millions of fucking dollars. Mind you, he already had the yacht, his own millions. He's chilling.
He's already hanging
Still
out.
takes him to court just to say that was my idea.
Yo.
You know, and wins.
Easy check.
You know, and there's this thought that like all this fight over that is really what's keeping humanity like from growing and ultimately meeting our real potential, our real purpose here. You know what I mean? This idea that like I'm not gonna let you get further with this thing, even though you should. You should take what I made, however I made it, and take it as far as you possibly can. Run with it, like And the innovation, that lack of innovation, is I think where we're at right now when it comes to like the whole ecosystem. When it comes with music and AI and all this shit. So I'm like, I feel like completely me as an individual, dog. I feel so outside of the game. Like, I don't care about numbers, the accolades everybody wants to strive for. Like, I'm really cool off all that. Like, I love the fact that what I created and what I continue to create feeds me in a way, and certain people in a way. The people who do absorb what I've created. And whether new people, you know what I mean? Whoever, anybody who I've been able to touch with my music or anything I've been able to graphics, all that shit. It's beautiful the way it inspires or it hits a certain chord in people. That feeds me in a way that, like, I don't care if it's on Apple. I don't care if Apple's only giving me a penny. I'm gonna get my paper over here. You know what I mean? Like, I never looked at music as a means to get me money. I've had a lot of people around me who've been on opposite ends of the spectrum. Like,
for sure, I can only imagine.
Homegirl's like, yo, I want the yacht.
Right.
I want to get I need the yacht.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's okay. That's what's up. Like, you know, let's get that shit then. You know what I mean? Get that shit.
Kind of vibe.
Exactly. And then I have the homies who are like, they don't really give a fuck about any of that shit. Like, they create because it makes them feel better at the end of the day.
Right.
You know, if their bills were paid and they could just stay at home all day, have records shipped to the crib, and just be cooking all day, they would do that shit because they just love it that much. You know, so it's like, so when it comes to the streaming and all that shit, like I really don't mind or matter. It doesn't matter because it's not a thing for the music. What streaming and all these infrastructural things is like means to monetize the art, and the art at the end of the day is for humans.
Right.
Just to experience.
So for you, you're basically just using it as a way to like expose it, get just a place where people can go and listen to it. Basically,
straight up. If you pay for this subscription, dog, like run this shit up, it's gonna be over here. Now there are certain projects like I am geeked about, like one album that I got coming out soon called Foology. Not Foology. Shouts out Foology. I got Foology coming out too. That one's gonna be everywhere. But Shut Up Mijo is another project I'm gonna be dropping soon.
Shout out Mijo.
Yeah, Shut Up Mijo.
Shut Up Mijo.
Like I Mijo. Like
wait, you've been working on that one for a while, right?
Yeah, I've made like six projects. That were supposed to be this project. Like all songs. Ended up going other places that were supposed to be this project, and it's been so beautiful.
What is that process like? Like what is you make a song hoping it goes to one project, but then it ends up going somewhere else? Like how's that?
It was honestly through a lot of collaboration. Like I've been blessed like that you know, with just like my love and respect for the craft of like just writing and making music, and my passion for like sitting down with it has allowed me to just like I've became like part of this ecosystem, a part of like people's gravitational pulls who I just respect and admire so much. Who's like Spiritual, shouts out my brother, shouts out fucking DJ Q, shouts out my boy Lasso, shouts out Round One. You know what I mean? Shouts out like so many individuals who've like inspired me. Yeah. You know, I've been able to create with, you know what I mean? Like, and sit down with and really flesh out ideas. And through that, naturally, you know, it's all folders at the end of the day. Like I'm just throwing them in folders, and like where they end up, it depends on how we're feeling in that moment. So like a project like A Block Away, me and my brother just felt like it was time to put it out. You know, we just had so much music. Right. We're like, it's a disservice to ourselves damn near if we don't do something with it. Right. And yeah, so I think it was that. And then when it comes to the Shut Up Mijo project, I didn't realize for years that I was trying to create something for myself. Shouts out Q. Q really helped me understand that I think I was trying to honor a narrative with this project. Right. And I feel like I finally have come to that place where I've been able to do that.
Wow. Yeah. Are you excited? Are you excited to is it done or are you still working on it?
I got like a handful of notes left. I'm gonna be sitting down with some instrumentalists just to get some, you know, a little more instrumentation in there, some arrangement. But yeah, it's pretty much finished, dog. I'm trying to get like the rollout coming up soon.
What are you thinking?
I'm aiming for fall. I'm aiming for fall time this year.
Let's go.
Yeah, aiming for fall time this year. I got music video treatments. I got some sick ass pieces of merch I'm trying to work on. I've been drawing ever since I was like a kid. Yeah. And so I've been diving into a lot of like ballpoint pen. Dude, you ever seen like artwork from the pinta and shit?
Yeah, your style is so reminiscent of like South Tucson, bro.
Bless inspired. Well, a lot of that shit I was inspired by like you know, Theos and relatives who just been locked up. So a lot of pinta art, a lot of like, and you know, and there like a lot of foods don't got materials like that. So the Old Faithful was just a ballpoint pen and like a paño, just a bandana or like a fucking you know, the manila folders. Yeah. You know, they would cut up the manila folder and just make make like, you know, little birthday cards, little things like that, send them to their families here and there. And seeing that so much when I was growing up, I didn't realize how much I just naturally loved it until I kind of hit a certain age. I think it was about 2020, around pandemic time, when I kind of like first started picking up a ballpoint pen.
And you started doing it
and fucking with it, and it was so natural and such like a beautiful thing. I've been just having fun with it. I'm not trying to do no commissions, nothing like that. Yeah. If you go listen to Spiritual's last project, shouts out him and Lasso, they just put out a project. I did the cover.
Oh, you did the cover for that one?
I didn't even know it was going to be the cover. I just made that shit for my boy. Like, I was like, we were talking about Mekitli, we were talking about an old Aztec god and shit. We're just on a deep one. We're just talking shit. Yeah, and I was like, bro, send me some shit. I'm trying to fuck with some shit for you. I want to send some shit to you.
Let's go.
And knocked it out. And
heck yeah.
And then fucking my boy Lasso hits me up and he's like, hey man, thank you for the cover, bro. Like, y'all, you went hard. And I'm like, okay, oh shit, okay, fire. Yeah, it's gonna be a cover. Like, fuck it, let's get it. Like, there we go. So random as hell,
no
but like,
idea. You're just like, thank you.
Exactly. I'm like, yo, yeah, exactly. Like, it was tight. It was
sounds
tight.
like Mike for sure.
Some real shit. No, you just fucking, cause it was a beautiful time to make that shit. And like, it was, you know, it was meditative for me too, just to sit there on like something and just, it's just me and that moment, me and that thing, you know what I mean? Whatever I'm tinkering with.
I mean, yeah, man, it's really like up your like it's up your aesthetic style for sure. Like I remember all the stuff you've shown me and all the kinds of designs I've seen from you and everything like that. That ballpoint aesthetic, that's like so up your alley, dog. Like, for real,
I appreciate that.
It's good to know that drawing is from you. I like, cause Mike draws too, so I was assuming
bro gets down.
Yeah,
bro's crazy with the shit. Shouts out fools like him, dog. Like being so like multidisciplinary. You know 100%. What I mean? Like, just I got mad respect for anybody who geeks over some shit.
Yeah.
And like all my closest homies are just like they geek over shit. It's so cool. Straight up. And it's beautiful.
It's so cool. All of y'all, bro. Like all of y'all so creative on that aspect.
Oh, blessings, bro.
Yeah, man. It's so great. I need to listen to Mike's album. Dude, Mike's project. Crazy. I haven't listened to it yet.
It's sick.
But it seems
like bro's pen's on point right now. Bro's pen's going crazy. It's fire.
Yeah, I can't
It's been
wait.
beautiful.
Hell yeah, man. What? So then you also have another project, right? You said foliage.
Foology.
Foology. What is?
Is that?
It's
exactly.
Foo and
it's
ology?
Like foonology. Exactly. Very simple. You don't have to think about it too much.
I love that.
Yeah. This is definitely on some mixtape shit. I just had.
Okay.
What was I was listening to? Fuck with Anderson Paak.
Yeah,
Anderson Paak, right? Bro, I had that interview recently with Shannon Sharpe.
I haven't seen it, but
it's a good interview. It's how I watched the first part. But bro said some crazy shit, and it just hit me differently ever since I've been going through my hard drives. Because the vaults are crazy. All the homies who I've listed, all the homies you know, bro, like the vaults are wild. Like their hard drives are just stacked up.
I can imagine.
Yeah, crazy shit.
Y'all keep that close to the chest.
Bro, you know what I mean? And like what seeps out of there is beautiful.
Yeah.
So like, I've been going through my hard drives, just like cleaning a bunch of stuff up and like figuring out what I'm gonna put where. And in that interview, bro, it said some shit like was it die empty, and that shit kind of fucked me up in the sense of just like, damn, like what are you holding on to when you die? You know what I mean? What do you still?
Yeah, like die empty.
Die empty.
Die
let it all
everything
go.
Released.
Let it all go. And that whether that could be metaphorical to like something that's on your chest, you just got to get off to a certain person, or like something that's in your creative bag that you've been sitting on. Shouts out, bro, for that one. And like, yeah, that left me in a place to where I really want to meditate on that practice for myself and just see what it looks like for real. Anything I can go in there and pull out and salvage. And I honestly know there's going to be too much just for Foology. There's definitely going to be 3 projects. Because Up Mijo is probably going to be my last release as REY. Like just a solo project. I got a couple other collaborations that I'm planning on doing with the homies and shit in the camp. But as far as a REY project, I feel the urge and the need to work on other things. You know what I mean? And with that, I feel like Up Mijo is it's a perfect sentiment just for me to leave it here with. I said I wanted to stop rapping around 30. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. I turned 30 this past year. Now, I'm not going to stop making music. And as far as me rapping, you know what I mean? Like, I love words. Right. I love the craft. I love creating and putting shit together.
Yeah.
I'm excited to just see where my creative journey takes me because I have itches to just do so many other things too that I'm just excited.
This part of the episode can be brought to you by you. If you're a local business or an event or an organizer and you want to be shouted out in a specific way that without any bloat, we have space for you, and I would love to shout you out. Please reach out through the QR code or the link down in the description. Thank you. And we can talk shop. If it's an event, we can coordinate, make sure to place it a little bit before the event, or if you're a local business and you want a couple spots for a good run of time, we can also talk about that as well. This is for you guys and for Tucson, and I want to be able to shout people out. So yeah, if you want to bring this to the people, let's talk. Thank you. What do these other things look like? Do you have any idea now? Or
man, I want a way to express those things with people. Yeah, dog. I love. Yeah, I want to wait.
Yeah,
I want to wait. I just love pulling things together and just creating something new for real.
You know, it doesn't surprise me, bro. Like listening to like your most recent projects, like I can see that you're not in the rapper pocket in how you're presenting your like vocals. Mm-hmm. You're doing something a little differently. So like that doesn't...
Said experimental rap. Did you see that JPEG? I'm trolling heavy. Did you see that JPEG and Earl shit?
No.
Random as fuck. This fool JPEG did some mad like not performative. I don't want to say it was performative. It was an interview he had.
Sure.
Bro was in the studio. He had like homies behind him like with masks and shit. Bro's all leathered out. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. And he's like, I make experimental rap. And he was like standing on that shit, like dying on it.
I love that.
And I think I think Earl had commented some shit. Like I think he was kind of trolling him or some shit. And then they went back and forth with that a moment. And then like, I've been seeing mad rappers who are like on some underground shit, just like #experimental rap. You know what I mean? But on some real shit, bro. Like we're so far deep down the rabbit hole. Like when it comes to the genre, that like, you know, the only way to innovate is to pull these other things. So now you got subgenres and all this. Yeah. But what happens when it starts deteriorating from like just the lack of real ingenuity and real innovativeness? You know, I know so many hip hop producers who are like, they're not making hip hop as much as they were. You know what I'm saying? There's some fools are diehards. Right. Straight up. Shouts out the diehard homies too, who are just them in a beat machine, you know what I mean? Just grinding those pads away into the fucking shit. Dust. Yeah. Old faithful shit. But then like there's so many homies who I know that are like, they're fucking with techno shit. Shouts out my boy Camo. Shouts out fucking Devoid. You know what I mean? Shouts out Round One. My boy be making fucking drum and bass, bro. Be making so much shit. Crazy.
But it sort of makes sense because like at a certain point you like want to get your chops on a different thing, and then hip hop is such a descendant of different versions of music that it's I don't remember who told me, but like hip hop is like what, like a version of electronic music basically.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
Like,
a lot of the machines fools are cooking on came from like DJ producers, like DJs and producers who were like making techno, dub. Exactly. You know what I mean? House. A lot of those machines like they started off as just like accompanied pieces to whatever your setup was, and fools just realized you could sample on it, took that shit to the ends of the earth for real, and that shit's been beautiful.
100%.
So inspiring.
That's great. Like, I mean, like, why stay stuck in a certain specific thing just because that's where you started? Like, it's no reason. There's no reason for that. Why deprive yourself? So like,
facts.
Have fun.
Push yourself. Yeah, like if you're not pushing yourself, if it's not if what you want isn't challenged to you or hard to you, it's probably not for you for real. So it's
real talk though. Real talk. That's so exciting, bro. Like I'm excited for you guys. Like I'm excited for you to drop these 2 projects. Shut Up Mijo, bro. I remember you've been talking about that for a while, bro. So.
Yeah, dog. It definitely came from like the sentiment of like, you know, like just certain things you don't talk about. Certain things you don't talk about in the house. Like we don't talk about that shit. Like, yeah, there's a slew of shit in that. You know what I mean? We can talk about like,
there's a slew for sure.
Yeah, dog. Like shit. The inner workings of like a family dynamic. You know what I mean? Let's say you got a violent father. You got a violent, you know what I mean? Theo, or you got, let's say you got shit, the whitewashed pieces of the family. Let's say you got the whatever it is, certain things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many pieces to it, and I'm not just talking about that. You can talk about the criminality in your household to like there's so many ends of the spectrum. Because I feel like, you know, being Chicano, being Mexican American, I feel like there's a lot of that gets brushed under the rug. Yeah. And I feel like this album was just a way for me to express a lot of those things within my own experience.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, that's exciting. It's exciting. It sounds like I don't know how much you know about Q and what he's working on right now. Bro, it sounds like
they're in tandem.
Connected.
Shouts out my brother Q. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even gonna say the book title. My boy's got some shit coming.
Nah, it's good. It's gnarly. Ready. Okay. Hi. Sorry. Technical issues. My fat thumb pressed the wrong button when I'm trying to change the angles, and I stopped recording. I think we lost like 15 to 20 minutes of convo, and it was good. It was very good. So here I am trying to remember what me and Ray talked about in those instances. Just to give you a brief summary, here I have Nina.
Hi. My notes.
Yeah, my producer, who was only taking notes at the time because we weren't ready technically for her to do her full job, which is my fault as well. Anyways, so what were the themes? He finished talking about his Shut Up Mijo project. Foology, but real quick before I touch on that, I think that there was a moment there where I realized that the subject matter of Shut Up Mijo was really connected to Q's work and what Q's got going on for a project that he's working on, like a manuscript, first draft, a work of an opus, a written opus of work. So very fascinating. Makes sense since they're both the two heads of 1202. And then like Anina said, Foology. I remember I looked at him and was like, what does that mean? And then I said it and I realized, Foology. Of course, that's amazing. So super excited. I think that the project's going to be fun. Then he talked about what?
Die empty.
What?
Die empty.
Die Empty, right? Okay, yes, Die Empty. He brought up an interview with Anderson Paak that he found very impactful. Mostly a phrase that Anderson said of dying empty.
It's hard because they're putting it out, but they don't have your vision. Yeah. You can see, okay, this is supposed to go here, this is supposed to be released as that, that's supposed to release that. Yeah. They're just releasing it because there's songs. You saw that with Prince. You see this with Mac Miller and Pop Smoke and Juice WRLD. We see a lot of them that come.
And you know, to their credit, a lot of sometimes the people that are releasing stuff, they have these projects done. A lot of the people are close to these people. Okay. Like I know, like with Mac, you know, with his estate and his mom and his brother, they're very close and very meticulous how they put out stuff.
But I think Pop Smoke was working with 50
right
at the time, and so it made sense.
Yeah, so it's like you want to see these projects through.
Right.
But it's not always like that. And you know, for me in particular. I heard someone say, you know, you should die empty. So I've been trying to like really get over, you know, holding on to stuff. I want to get it out.
Right.
And so even doing this, man, sitting down with you and, you know, being able to talk and do all stuff, I used to be really apprehensive with that. But it's like, you know what, you know, just do it.
Of releasing everything, that being not just creative output, but like saying something to somebody and stuff like that. And
not being so precious with everything. And he talked about going through his vaults and trying to do the same thing for himself. Speaking
of vaults, he mentioned that the fact that the Tucson creatives, and including himself, just have these enormous vaults of unreleased material that should be released, in my opinion. But I mean, hey, you know,
we'll get him to do it.
we'll see. We'll tease him out. We'll tease him out for sure. 1202 stuff. Yeah,
and talked a little more about 1202.
So yeah, I mentioned that 1202 is working on, like, they just released some projects with Getty and Round One, I think recently, and they have another one on the way, if I'm not mistaken, Summer Shadows or something like that, maybe.
God, I wish I could remember.
I know.
He gave a lot of shout outs, and
so many.
Amazing. He's so good at that.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And then what else? What else, love?
And then you asked him what it was like throwing live events in Tucson.
Live events, yes. Yeah, he mentioned that at least in the beginning when he was first starting out, there was these tactics that were copied from bigger cities that just weren't working. Where the pay to play was one of them.
Mm-hmm. Where people pay to basically get in front of a big audience, but it doesn't quite work in Tucson because generally the people you're bringing in are coming just for you, and they'll come watch you and then tip
and leave.
And you just kind of lose your audience. So
it's not really that those kinds of methods don't work. And I asked him, was like, what kind of methods do work here? And he said unconventional. And he shouted out KP, saying about pulling up to your own into the Rospatto spot and like setting up, playing some tunes.
Feed the people, he said.
Yeah, feed the people, he said, and everything. And how that was like that kind of behavior was connected to this sense that the community is like, he has a connection to the community, and even his peers notice it, and he's like and respect it.
Yeah, it's saying basically like he might not be getting the views of other people, but that every time they pull up together, there's this like great camaraderie.
Huge.
It's all love.
It's all love, which is why he was shouting out.
Yeah.
So many, you know.
But yeah, that Tucson's just this kind of unique place where we're big. We're this like sort of hybrid of like sort of feels like a small town, but is large enough where people think that the big city stuff will work, but we're just different.
Yeah, we're just different like that, which is why I'm here. Yeah, I don't know what anything else that we brought up there.
I think that's about it. That's about what I can remember.
That's about it, right? Yeah, it was good conversation. Ray, I'm so sorry. To my future guest, it won't happen again. It probably hasn't. Who knows if this is the first or second or third episode.
It will not happen on my watch.
Yeah, it won't happen on Nina's watch. It just won't.
He's just the talent, guys.
Yeah.
He's just here to sit and look pretty.
It's hard to juggle conversating and changing the goddamn angles, right?
Yeah, no, it's a hard job. And to do both you did
tough.
Great.
Thank you.
Despite the technical difficulties, you did great, honestly.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I was doing my best. But yeah, won't happen again. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
And here's the last bit of it that was recorded when I realized it stopped recording. So enjoy.
Bye.
Shit, how's it been feeling, dog? Getting everything booted up when it comes to the podcast and stuff, man.
Bro, it's been a chaotic to say the least. It's been I'm a little worrisome, but it's been fun and exciting to get it all together with Nina's help here. I got this whole thing set up like this, like with her. She's the aesthetic mind behind the whole like setup of the studio and everything. I knew I wanted this goddamn fucking table. I knew I wanted that logo. Like I made this logo like a while back. I've been sitting on it for a while, and then like the space was like a sort of a gift. So I was like, let me just fucking jump on it. And it's been a process, but like finally I just wanted to start. And, like,
no blessings, fucking. That's what's up. Hell yeah, dog.
So luckily, like that's where it's at, and then we're just moving along and shit. So. Yeah, I
love it.
Like, yeah, it's good though.
It's just hitting me right now. The lines, because the sun, you got the sun on one half. The outside of this half reminds me of like, have you ever seen The Bubble when like there's like a vocal thing happening, and you see like the wavelengths coming out of it?
I think so. I think
random as hell. This feels like waveforms, like the vocal form.
That's
the lines
sick.
Coming out, and then you see the cooking of the sun. You know what I mean? I'm sorry if I'm on this rant today.
That's so. You know, I guess since you're asking. So this is actually that the sun and everything, like the whole background, that comes from the Tucson emblem.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's like an old one. It's like
you're gonna have to show me, please. I want to see it.
I'll show it to you. It's like I'll have to put it up to the video and shit so that they can see it too. But yeah, no, it's like a Tucson. Like the Tucson has an emblem, and on the back is this very thing. I think it's I think I might be flipped the other way or something, but I don't remember fully. And the colors are basically like that, except I made them a little more saturated.
Okay.
And then I put my character on it, and then fucking the type.
No, I love it.
It was, and I've had the name for a while. It was just like in the back of my mind for a long time, and I've had this character I've had for a while too.
Okay.
And then I saw the emblem, and I was like, the emblem's sick. Like, let me just like take off, because the emblem originally has like the city. It has a city on one side, and then like the San Javier on the other side.
Crazy.
As like a yin and yang kind of vibe.
I think I might have seen. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I think I might have seen it then.
So
Hell yeah.
It's really sick and shit. But yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah, no, it's sick. I like that.
No,
I've been sitting on that for a while and shit. And then one day I was just like, this is it. I'm going to fucking jump on this and make this a new podcast and move on and everything. And be in that fucking place. So, yeah, man.
No, thank you for doing that, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. It's been a vibe, bro. Like, I'm excited to really get it going. Like, I'm trying to make it as professional as possible as well, because I'm trying to make it so that I can live off of it. Yeah. And be comfy and shit and keep doing this.
Yeah, all the time. That's that work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
No, the setup's beautiful. It looks great.
Thank you. Again, shout out to Nina.
Shouts out Nina. Shouts out Nina.
So yeah, no, it's cool, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited to get it going and really release the first episode. I mean, I haven't even released it yet.
Oh yeah. How many have you recorded already, if you don't mind me asking?
You're the second one. You're the second one. You're the second one.
Oh yeah, that's honored.
No, I appreciate it, bro. Like, for real. We've been going for about an hour, so like I think we can put it to bed. If you wanna tell some last words to the camera, to the people, some shout outs for yourself, and then afterwards, if you can give me 3 people you suggest that I interview.
Oh shit. Okay, sick. Yeah. I love that.
3 Tucsonans.
Oh, I'm gonna start off real quick. Fucking shouts out 1202. Shouts out the South Side, the West Side. Shouts out all the East Side homies too. You know what I mean? Shouts out all the love in the city. Remember that the love that you feel in this city, of Tucson, you know what I mean, is something that is getting extracted if you're not careful. So protect it, care for it, and love it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, my name is REY. Up Mijo's coming later this year. Make sure you tap in with the team. And I would say the 3 people, man, I would love to see. I'm gonna pull back some older heads. I'm gonna say,
let's go.
I'm gonna say my brother round 1 off top. I'm gonna say him.
Yeah.
It'd be beautiful to have my brother. Bro knows a lot of lore when it comes to the music shit, when it comes to all this.
Heck yeah.
And bro's a crazy creator. He's been making music for so long. He's done so many beautiful things. I'm gonna say Mercy. Mercy Vega. Shouts out her. I'm gonna say and my brother Spiritual. gonna say my brother Spiritual. I'm gonna say those 3 people.
When is Mike gonna be back though?
Dog, we're gonna find out. We're gonna try to we gotta get that fool back out here. Watch. One of these days, because I know we're scheming on some stuff. Just the team as a whole, and I know bro's trying to hop out later on this year for that. So it'd be beautiful to maybe carve out that.
Hell yeah.
You know, that'd be sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Hit bro up. When's the last time you tapped in with bro?
No, it's been a bit. I
feel that.
Hi, whatever.
I feel that. Tap in with bro. I bet he'd appreciate it, dog.
Oh yeah.
What's good?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, I'll let him know.
Hell yeah, pop.
Waiting for you, bro. Get in here.
Let him know.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, thank you, man. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate your time. It's been a nice combo, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you, pop.
Let's go. Thank you, brother.
I always been ahead.
I'm telling you guys, she's trying to booby trap me over here. She's catch me red-handed, just press record and doesn't say a word. I'm just here sitting waiting patiently for her to give me a sign. I stare at her. You're on. Oh, great, fantastic. You guys made it to the end? Awesome. You real for that. Thank you so much for watching the whole episode. I hope you liked it. Again, leave a comment. Write something specific that the guest said. Could have been wild. Could have not. Maybe you just found it fascinating. Share anything. Share a critique of the episode. Maybe there's something I can do better. Let me know. Again, thank you so much for getting to the end. I know these are long episodes, but hey, maybe you're just washing the dishes. Maybe you're just taking a drive. I appreciate you for putting me in the background. Shout outs. I appreciate it. Thank you again. Like, follow, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. YouTube thinks you'll like this video or that one, or is it this one? You can subscribe here, but I don't know. It's up to you.